Take you to jail for failure to identify because I've identified that you've been walking around down here at 5:30 in the morning.
Yeah, we do that.
No, turn
this
around.
Is my son. Let me bring my son home first.
No, turn around now.
Bro, you need here. Let me videotape this real quick.
Ever wondered what happens when police authority crosses the line? In this episode, we dive into a shocking encounter in Watonga, Oklahoma, where a father and his young son were stopped by officers Joaquin Montoya and Monty Goodwin. What followed was a series of questionable actions that raised serious concerns about stop and identify laws, reasonable suspicion, and the use of force. Stick around to see how this incident unfolded and what it means for police accountability. Don't miss out on these shocking truths. You're watching Cops and Consequences. Subscribe now to join our community.
Hey, how you doing today? Yeah, where you heading off to? Just walking. Any specific location? Oh, okay. Is this your son?
Yes.
All right. Hey, what's your name?
You can tell him your name. No.
Shortly after the initial stop, the young boy refused to provide identification. Concerned for his safety, a second officer arrived on the scene, determined to ensure that the child would never place trust in a stranger again.
All right, what's your name, sir?
Johnny.
Johnny. All right. All right, Johnny, where you come from?
Just walking around.
Just walking around?
Yeah.
All right, enjoying this weather?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, we're checking up on you, man. You know?
Just walk around. What the heck is this deal?
Found it a little bit suspicious, you know. So, just walking around.
Walking around is a little bit suspicious.
I mean,
Actually, go ahead.
technically not really, but I mean, it is pretty early in the morning. Just wondering what was going
That's
on.
what we do. We get up early in the morning.
You got your ID on you?
What do I need an ID for?
Because I just asked you for it.
I don't need to show my ID.
Okay, if you don't give me your ID, I'm going to take you to jail for failure to identify because I've identified that you've been walking around down here at 5:30 in the morning.
Yeah, we do that.
No, you're not. Give me your ID.
I don't have my ID on me because it's at the house.
For reasons that remain unclear, the untrained officer asserted his authority to demand identification from anyone choosing to walk at 5:30 a.m. without any legitimate justification.
Okay, what's your name and date of birth?
Huh?
What's your name and date of birth?
I don't know, but you can't run. I don't have. This is a state where I don't have to show my ID.
turn around.
You're gonna do this in front of my son?
Yeah, turn around.
Are you serious?
Yeah, turn
This is
around.
my son. Let me bring my son home first.
No, turn around now.
Bro, you need here. Let me videotape this real quick. I want this on video. What are you doing to my son? Bro, this is f***ed up. Son, it's okay, okay?
Good.
Bro, I promise you, you're gonna pay for this.
You think?
Yeah, I promise you that. We're walking around. There's nothing suspicious. I've done nothing criminal. I don't have my ID on me. I told you that.
During the confrontation, the officer applied significant pressure to Johnny's back, causing gravel to press into his sternum.
And what did I tell you?
And you just slammed me on the ground because I was trying to record. What are you rolling me on the ground for?
It's gonna be okay.
Dude, this is ridiculous. Man, look what you're doing to my fucking son. There's my phone right there, too. Dude, I can't even believe you're doing this to my son because we was walking around on 4th of July.
It's gonna be okay. Have a seat and I'll talk to you. I'm not gonna hurt you. All right, don't worry about that.
Hey, buddy, come here. You're okay.
Listen to me.
You're okay. Hey, quit crying.
It's gonna be okay.
People that don't want to identify typically are involved in criminal activity. I've known this individual to be involved in thefts in the city of Kent.
There has been no criminal activity.
Okay, listen to me.
But we were just walking, and when you
Okay.
came up,
So listen,
you didn't hear what he said
Shut
when you
up
first
and
came up,
listen
though,
for a
did you?
minute. No, shut up and
Okay,
listen.
what?
Okay. So I saw y'all walk down the alley behind I saw y'all when I was headed into the office. Walk across the street.
Yes, sir.
Then I got my unit ready. While getting my unit ready, man, I see y'all back in the alley you left from, okay?
We've always walked from that alley around it. So
Okay.
that's our house is around that. Is that why we do that? I promise. We do it every morning. I'm surprised you haven't seen it.
So here's the thing. That's fine and dandy, man. But listen, we have people that are going down up and down these alleys, spray painting and tearing shit up.
Yes, sir. I understand that.
Okay? It's the 4th of July, man.
Hey, do you watch a lot of Ninja Turtles?
No, I want my dad.
Yeah, he's right there. Don't worry about it.
But
Okay,
if he
no,
would
no,
have
let's
came up and said
stop,
something like,
stop.
hey, but he just goes, I've been called for, what do you say, investigation of something. And I'm like, what?
Yeah, okay, so here's the deal, though. Listen, when I got there, I didn't play games with you. I asked you what y'all were doing. You said, okay. I've worked here. Yeah, and that's fine, dude. I love it that you're out with your kid. But it is a little odd, okay? So when I ask you for your ID, you say, I don't have any ID. So what's your name and date of birth? That's all you have to give me. Give me your name and date of birth. What is your name and date of birth?
I know, but it's just because
No, this is your last opportunity.
You're asking me right now? I thought you were saying my name is John Sexton, 123086.
Okay, set tight. 1230 of 86.
I didn't even have my radio on. That's crazy, man.
In a troubling turn of events, the same officer who assaulted John proceeded to issue warrants against him, further escalating the situation.
Okay, listen, man. As long as you don't have a bad warrant, I don't want to take you to jail. I don't like taking people to jail. I don't like doing what I had to do to you in front of your kids. But you caused it. All you had to do was provide the information asked. Listen. Shut up and listen just a minute. We had reasonable enough suspicion to identify you. That's all that matters.
But if I did criminal activity.
Yeah.
But I didn't do no criminal activity.
Yeah.
No, I didn't. I didn't do nothing criminal walking with my son.
Okay. It's not criminal, but we still have reasonable enough suspicion to identify you.
And if I want to give the ID, I can.
No, it's not a if. The state is not a if you want to state.
It's a state that they can ID you at any time.
This is not a shall ID state, but once you're being detained, and
What was I being detained for?
criminal, we don't know what's going on, but we can call it criminal activity.
That's not, but I didn't do criminal activity, sir. That was
Okay, man.
thrown down like that in front of my son.
I didn't even throw you down, if you want to know the truth.
You did. And
No.
you rolled me on the ground, sir.
I rolled you on the ground to...
Times.
I just making sure you don't have any weapons in there, bro.
No, that was just a little overdoing it when a kid's right there. That's all I'm saying.
Well, you think maybe next time a cop says, hey, what's your
I
name?
don't have my ID, though. That's what I was telling you. I don't have it on me.
But I did ask you what's your name and date of birth is. I'm not going to sit here and argue with you about it, Mr. Sexton.
John's experience highlighted a severe breach of his Fourth Amendment rights, as the police's demand for unpaid ticket warrants did not justify an arrest, constituting an unlawful invasion of his privacy.
But here's the thing, man. Typically, when a cop's out with somebody and they don't want to identify, it leads us to believe that you are involved in more criminal activity than we need to. So that's why you heard me saying what I was saying, because I'm narrating for the camera. This is not my first day on the job, okay? And I'm going to tell you right now, man, I'm straight up with people. If I tell you to do something, you better be doing it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense, but...
Hey, you know what? Maybe teach...
I don't have to do. You know what I'm saying? I just my son being there, it wasn't the right time to do all this shit.
Yeah, well, you know what, man? At 5:30 in the morning?
Bro, I get up 4 o'clock every morning.
No, that's cool, man.
4 o'clock at night, I get up at 4 o'clock.
But put yourself in our position. Our job is to make certain that shit's not going on down here. We see all the spray painting. So I literally saw y'all cross right here at Prouty.
Indians around here running around doing that bull.
I got you, bro. It's got possible warrant. So when I was headed in, I saw him walk down the alley, and then when I moved my truck around to the covered stuff, you know you can park back there if you want, right?
No, I didn't know.
Yeah, you can, man. When I moved my truck back around there, I turned, so this is Prouty. They were already walking out of the alley at Noble. Mm-hmm. They walked, and then they just turned around, and he went right back into the same alley he came from, and he was hanging around on it'd be like 101, 102 or something like that. I'd have to go back and look at the address. But he's hanging around back there where they cook all that barbecue and stuff. So that's why we're making contact with him.
Yeah.
When people don't want to identify, typically there's something else going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This incident represents yet another instance of excessive use of taxpayer funds, with a third officer arriving solely because a father was walking with his son.
Too early for this.
It's like 10.
Huh?
You have one, he's got like 10.
Yeah. He didn't want to identify. He got his ass tripped up, put on the ground.
He's doing.
So when I came in, I come from the north. I see him cross this street, Prouty, in the alleyway, just walking down. When I turn to go put my stuff up, they don't come out at Noble. I get my stuff to go, and I move my pickup around back, and they're hanging around like the back over there. You know where the bar, like where TGC is and stuff? They're hanging around over there. I don't know what they're doing. So Joaquin finds him. Joaquin's talking to him. He's like, I don't have to tell y'all anything. I said, dude, it's like, you're being detained. Hold on. I said, you give me your ID. He's like, I ain't giving you my ID. I don't give you shit. I don't have it. I said, okay, what's your name and date of birth? And he said, I don't have to tell you shit. Something like that. So I said, all right, go ahead, turn around, put your hands behind your back. I'll take you in for failure to identify. Like, you're being detained. Like, I don't know. I was fixing to tell Joaquin, like, if we can kind of get a situation where we can go over there to TGC and see what's going on and make sure nothing's out of the ordinary. He's like, we're just out walking, man. We walk every day. Okay, that's cool. But how much crack goes on in these alleys, Jarrett? Yeah, right. So, he wouldn't turn around and put his hands behind his back. So he got the old jerk, kick your feet out from underneath you right in front of his kid. I hate to be that way. 4th of July, you know what I mean?
Why is he out 6 o'clock in the morning with his kid?
Says he gets up every morning at 4 and walks around. You ever seen him?
No.
Me neither.
No, and I call out those when I too.
Yeah.
I purposely drive out.
I don't think I'm out of the scope of my job, do you?
No. We've been told to edge patrol because of issues in the alleys, and now we're checking out somebody that's in the same fucking alley.
Yeah, exactly.
We've had break-in, we've got graffiti, reports of drug stuff.
Yeah. Eventually, John and his son were released. The incident gained public attention and was forwarded to the Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigations, OSBI, for review. Nearly a month later, OSBI has yet to determine whether the officer's actions constitute aggravated assault and battery. Meanwhile, the Blah County Sheriff has demanded that the involved officers be suspended pending the investigation. The officer in question has a history of complaints, leading to his demotion and eventual departure from the sheriff's office before joining Watonga PD. Despite hundreds of complaints filed against him, most appear to have been dismissed or ignored. While some channels have reported on the situation and claim to have the officers' names, they have withheld them pending formal charges. The media's reluctance to reveal these names without criminal charges raises concerns about transparency and bias. Have you ever wondered what unfolds when a brave bystander steps in at a crime scene? On October 9, 2020, retired firefighter Joseph Garces was driving his Jeep in Santa Paula, California, when he stumbled upon a harrowing sight: a shooting victim, Samir Salgado, lying unconscious in a parking lot.
Don't go to the car. Don't go to that car. Stay over here. Stay over here. Stay over here. Come over here. That's your car?
That's my car. I was driving by. I saw it. I'm a retired firefighter.
Okay.
I'm not a part of this.
We don't know anything about that. We see a gun in the car. You're not going there. Do you have your ID?
It's in the car.
What's your name?
Joe Garces.
Joe Garces, you got to relax, okay? We know you're helping us out.
Wait, but you guys aren't listening either. That's part of the problem. Yeah.
So I said we appreciate your being involved. Okay. We just run it.
That's his knife. I took it out of his pocket to cut his shirt off.
And that's your vehicle?
Yeah, I was driving north. I saw the lady. They were looking this way, and I saw him down, and I thought it was beer or something. Spun around and came in, saw the blood. She said they were calling 911. I screamed, has he been shot? And she said, yeah, it was. I was pulling in.
Okay.
Saw the gunshot wound to the side of his face. I did a quick check, found the gun in his waistband, rendered it useless, stuck it inside my car, grabbed his knife, cut off his shirt, and then you guys started showing up.
Okay.
Did you
see anybody running,
nothing,
anybody leaving the area, anything?
Not a thing.
Someone relieves him, get a mask.
Not a thing.
Get this guy out of here. Sir.
He's a witness.
What the?
Relax, okay? We appreciate it.
Huh?
So I got a crime scene, sir. I'm a detective.
Yeah, and I'm here helping him, so step the off. Okay? If you're a good detective, you wouldn't be yelling at me right now. You'd be taking care of your job.
Over here.
Yeah, you. I can't get the out of here.
Get out of my crime scene. Get out of my crime scene.
What are you going to do to me?
Get out of my crime scene. I'm going to make you next time. Get out of my crime scene.
Come with me, Mr. Garces. Mr. Garces.
That's my...
Come with me, Mr. Garces.
Detective Chris Rivera arrived promptly, instructing Mr. Garces to leave the immediate area. Police officers typically have the authority to secure a crime scene, limiting access to ensure evidence remains uncontaminated. According to the Supreme Court's decision in Brandenburg v. Hayes, 1972, Even the press doesn't have an inherent right to access crime scenes when the public is excluded. The U.S. Department of Justice emphasizes that initial responding officers must control and secure the scene, identifying and separating witnesses from bystanders to protect the integrity of the investigation. In this case, while Mr. Garces was a witness, Detective Rivera exercised his discretion to remove him from the perimeter, a decision likely within his legal authority to maintain the scene's security.
Yeah. No wonder people don't give you guys the benefit of the doubt. And I worked with you for 27 years. When do I get my car back then? Hey, tell them. Thank you for teaching me not to be helpful, you fat piece.
You have to step back. Step back. Step back. Step back. Step back. Step back. I don't know who you're.
Oh yeah, so now you're gonna come over with me, huh? You're doing a really good job right now, aren't you?
I need you to back up.
You need to calm him.
I need you to back up.
Come here. No,
I got him. I got him. I got him. Come here.
No, you need to understand. Really, the paint compliance, that's what we need to do? Because you don't like being talked.
What's his name?
As tensions rose, Mr. Garces expressed his frustration vocally outside the parking lot. Detective Rivera approached and attempted to calm the situation, but Mr. Garces resisted, leading Rivera to restrain him physically. The use of force by law enforcement is governed by the Fourth Amendment, which protects individuals from unreasonable seizures. In Graham versus Connor, or 1989, the Supreme Court outlined that force must be proportional to the threat posed. Here, Mr. Garces was not a violent threat. His actions were limited to verbal confrontation without any physical aggression. The necessity and reasonableness of Detective Rivera's use of a C-clamp hold are questionable, especially considering Mr. Garces did not pose an immediate danger or actively resist arrest in a manner that would justify such force.
Take it down a notch. You can take it down a notch. Somebody here's not controlling themselves into you.
Take a deep breath.
Don't be a hypocrite.
I've taken a deep breath. It's your turn now.
Yeah, don't be a hypocrite.
You want to talk like adults? I'll let you go.
Okay,
You want to talk like
did you
adults?
start talking to me like an adult?
Do you understand how I need to
Do
do
you
my
see
job?
what you're doing wrong?
If you know how to do this job and you have a badge, then you would understand. Now, do you want to
And
go
so
for
would-
148 if you
and
have
so-
a badge?
And so
Do you
would
have a badge?
Yes,
Are you
I do.
retired?
Yes.
Do you want to go for 148 for being in a crime scene? Just because sergeants on patrol don't know how to do their job, and you were a
You're
cop
saying
at
your
one time-
sergeant doesn't know how to do his job?
Take him. Turn him around. Where's your badge at?
In my Jeep, like I keep saying, but
Where
you
at
won't
your
listen.
Jeep? Where at in your Jeep?
Hey, you will see it when you look
Do
in
you
the
want
front
your
of
car?
Jeep.
Do you want me to have to write a search warrant and keep it, or do you want to keep your car? Do you want to get home as soon as possible?
I'm not talking anymore.
Okay. Sink them in this car right here.
64. What's your first name?
Joe.
Joe.
Hey, check that out. I stopped to help somebody who's been shot. I'm getting arrested.
Have a seat for a second.
Just so you know, I'm retired because of PTSD.
Got it.
Major anxiety problems.
Got it.
Being in handcuffs doesn't help me. And I know you guys got to do it. Keep away from me.
You got it.
He is accelerating this way more than I
I
am.
won't let him talk to you anymore. You want the windows down or anything? How
Can we
make
just sit right here with me, the door open? I ain't going anywhere, dude. You guys all know
I'll
where
sit
I
right here
live.
for now.
I mean, I know what you guys do. I mean, I did it with you for
Right.
27 years in Oxnard, not Santa Paula.
Right.
To have that happen, that's as unprofessional as anything I did, and a cop shouldn't lose it like that. You and I both know that.
Do me a favor, just sit here for now.
No problem. Well, they know that. I already told the first couple guys here that there's a gun on the floor of my of the driver.
Okay.
Oh, dude, this is gonna freak me out. Come back quick.
I'll roll down the windows
I can't
a little
stand
bit.
this.
Okay. And what was your last name, sir?
Garces.
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 Okay. And you're detained right now, okay? You're not under arrest. All right, man?
Yeah, I totally get it.
Cool.
Officer Rivera informed Mr. Garces that he was being detained, yet he was handcuffed and placed in a patrol vehicle. The distinction between detention and arrest hinges on the reasonableness and scope of the interaction. Under California Penal Code Section 148, obstructing a peace officer includes actions that delay or interfere with law enforcement duties. However, Mr. Garces' verbal objections and temporary removal from the scene may be protected under the First Amendment, especially if his actions did not constitute a clear and present obstruction. Courts often consider whether the individual's behavior posed a significant interference with police operations, and in this scenario, Mr. Garces' actions might not meet the threshold for a lawful obstruction charge.
Absolutely. Hey, Cap, can we get some decontamination for a guy in the back of the car here? He was doing CPR, got blood on him. I got the fire captain coming over to
Did you guys find my
decontaminate
wallet?
you. I don't know. I've been standing over here. This is the one that needs decontaminated. Cap, he has blood on him. Yeah, he's actually a witness, but he was doing CPR when we came up, and we had to.
Where's the blood on him? Do you know?
I don't know.
Okay.
Probably on his hands.
So I think afterwards, the other cop said to not worry about it. To I don't know. But.
I'm good with that.
After approximately 15 minutes in custody, Detective Rivera released Mr. Garces, allowing him to leave. Subsequently, Mr. Garces sought medical attention, revealing a dislocated shoulder and torn labrum that required surgery. No charges were filed against him, and the primary suspect in the shooting was apprehended and charged with attempted murder. In August 2021, Mr. Garces filed a federal lawsuit against Detective Rivera in the city of Santa Paula, alleging excessive force and civil rights violations, while Judge Fernando Anaya Rocha granted qualified immunity to Detective Rivera regarding the federal claim. This case highlights the complexities of police accountability and the legal protections afforded to officers, raising important questions about the balance between law enforcement authority and citizens' rights.
Hey, keep your hands where we can see them. Hands on the steering wheel.
Is that what you're coming over here for?
Yeah, that's why we're coming over here, okay?
I'm suspicious, huh?
No, because he called saying
I
that...
don't care what he called
Okay.
for. He's following me.
Okay, we'll figure
Don't
everything
talk to him. I
We
don't
will-
need you to figure out nothing. I am working.
We will figure
I
everything...
am working.
Okay.
I'm a black male in a white neighborhood, and I'm working.
That has nothing to do with that.
Yeah, it
okay?
does.
No.
He's following me.
Okay. He's getting out of the way, okay?
Okay, he's still following me.
We will figure that out. If...
Yeah, get the away from me. I don't care how many cops show up. He's following me.
Okay, can I explain it?
No, I don't need nothing to be explained to me. I'm being followed.
Okay.
He called the cops. Congratulations.
Yes.
I'm coming to and from my house. Ooh, he's committing a crime. He's black.
No one's
He's
saying-
black.
Okay.
He's black.
I'm going to explain,
Oh.
I'm going to explain
I'm
why
doing
we're...
my f***ing paper route.
Okay, I understand that. I see all the paperwork in your car,
Yeah,
okay?
congratulations.
He just called saying that someone threatened his life. That's why we're here, okay?
Yeah, I threatened his life
So-
because I walked up to him and asked
Can
him
you
why
step-
he's following me.
You're not under arrest. Can you step out of the
I
car?
don't need to be under arrest. I don't. That's dumb.
Appreciate it.
You're gonna arrest me?
No, I'm not going to arrest. Come sit right here, okay?
What are we here for? Search my car. There's newspapers. This is the second time this happened to me.
What's your first name, sir?
Cedric, all time.
Cedric? Okay, Cedric. Okay, we just got a call saying that...
I'm in danger. Ooh, that's a lie. Now what happens
That's
to
what
him?
we're here to figure
He's
out.
lying.
That's what we're here to
He's
figure
lying.
out, okay?
So what happens
So
to him?
Was there any
What happens to a liar?
In his 911 call, Sheriff Troyer asserted that Cedric Altheimer had threatened his life. However, the official police report later revealed that the sheriff admitted he was never threatened and had not seen Altheimer with any weapons. Despite being off duty, Sheriff Troyer's call was treated with the highest priority, prompting a swift response from over 40 officers across multiple agencies. Under Washington law, knowingly making a false report that leads to an emergency response is a serious offense. Section 9A84.040 of the Washington Revised Code states that initiating a false report with the knowledge it is untrue can result in criminal charges. Additionally, Section 424-850 allows victims of such false reporting to pursue civil actions for damages. Given that Sheriff Troyer later acknowledged the absence of any threats or weapons, there is a compelling case that he violated these statutes, potentially making him liable for both criminal penalties and civil damages.
We will figure that out.
To get 4 cops here. How many cop cars are here?
Cedric.
For a newspaper carrier?
Cedric.
I don't need to talk. It's not making no sense. I'm not under arrest, right?
You're not under arrest.
Okay, I can go, right?
No, you're not free to go either.
Why can't I go?
Because we're
I'm
trying
not
to
under
figure-
arrest? Who's a sergeant? Who's a sergeant around here?
On his way, okay?
Thank you. Please, I'm not under arrest, right? I'm going back to work, right?
No, you're not leaving right now, but you're not under arrest, okay? Do you want me to put you in handcuffs?
This is dumb.
Right now, I'm
Ooh,
just...
you're gonna put me in handcuffs for what?
Cedric.
Because I'm talking?
Right now, I'm just talking to you man to man, trying to figure out what's going on, okay?
It's not a man-to-man conversation. Go talk to him. The one's so in danger. He's in danger. I got weapons.
Cedric.
I got weapons.
Do you see how calm I am?
Newspaper out.
Do you see how calm I am?
I pulled into his driveway. If I pulled into your driveway, I'm obviously your carrier.
That's all we're trying to get to is what happened between you guys that made him call
I
us.
am working. I am driving a bucket, and I'm in a nice neighborhood. I'm working. I'm over here every night. I see you guys every night. Nobody messes with me. But a car that sees a bucket in the neighborhood on the wrong side of the street, throwing a paper out the window, he's suspicious. Oh, he pulls up to another house, he's going to steal a Amazon package off that porch. Check my car, I got 15 Amazon packages in the trunk.
You're not in handcuffs. You're not in trouble right now.
I know I'm not in trouble.
Okay.
I am working.
But until we figure everything out and make sure everything's covered, okay, yes, you do have to talk to them. You don't have to talk to them.
It's a big investigation.
You see them leave?
Everybody needs to leave. You guys need to walk him home. Follow him home. He needs help. He needs assistance.
Did you ever threaten any sort of body?
No! Okay. What am I threatening for? I feel threatened. I'm followed. Just because I walked up on him, I threatened him?
Did he make any threats to you?
Nobody made no threats.
Okay.
That's a lie. If I made a threat, I'll tell you, but I didn't. I didn't even go to him angry. I just wanted to know why he was following me.
That's
simple.
So, what this looks like is a big case of misunderstanding. Okay, he thinks you're doing something, you think he's doing something. Okay,
because I didn't answer none of his questions, he says he's in danger. You're a sheriff. You're so in danger.
Eric, stop. We pulled over so many paper delivery people because, yes, it is weird when we see them in the middle of the night going from house to house, and people always call you guys in, right? You always have cops drive by you. Sometimes you get pulled over, sometimes you don't. Once you realize, oh, you're just delivering papers, let you do your job, okay? Obviously, he didn't realize that you were doing it.
Sheriff Troyer became suspicious of Altimer due to his repeated maneuvering in and out of driveways. Legally, driving into a driveway is not a crime. According to Section 46.104.420 of the Washington Revised Code, driveways are private property used by the owner or those with permission. Typically, delivery personnel like Altimer have implied permission to access these areas for their work. In previous cases, such as Florida versus Jardines, 2013, and State versus Ort, 2012, courts have determined that access routes like driveways are generally open to the public unless there is clear evidence to the contrary. Even if the driveways were private, Altimer had the homeowner's permission through their newspaper subscriptions to use these paths. While his actions were legal, Sheriff Troyer may have misinterpreted normal delivery activities as suspicious without sufficient cause, leading to an unwarranted pursuit.
Papers, bags hanging in the window. How do you not see that? There's no tenants. I'm not hiding nothing. Front windows are clearly down. What are we waiting for?
We're waiting for them to talk to him to figure out what his side of the story.
What do we need to talk to him for? He's following me. Just because he made the call?
No, yeah, because you are the two involved.
So if I would have made the call, you guys would let me go?
You are the two involved. So that's why we're getting
involved in what? A car following me?
Yes. If it's
a sheriff? Somebody that has a gun on him?
If it's as simple as that, okay? I understand your frustration. I appreciate you being quiet. Okay?
Throughout the encounter, Altimer consistently pointed out that Sheriff Troyer was following him. While being followed isn't inherently illegal, certain behaviors can escalate it to harassment or stalking. Washington law defines stalking under Section 9A 406.1110 as intentionally and repeatedly following someone without lawful authority, causing fear of harm. In this situation, although Sheriff Troyer was performing his duties, his persistent following without clear justification may have crossed into unlawful behavior. If his actions were intended to intimidate or harass Altimer, they could constitute both stalking and assault under Washington law, especially given that Sheriff Troyer was off duty during the incident.
Did he tell you to stay here, or did you just stay here because you
I stayed here because he's just following me. Yeah. I'm going to my houses. I don't want him knowing where all my houses are. So he just wait for me one night.
So when did you figure out who he was? Did you tell him?
I recognized him. He's been on TV.
Yes, he is.
As soon as I walked up to him, I was like, yeah, you're a cop. But I know where he lives because I'm over here every night.
After their confrontation, Sheriff Troyer eventually let Altimer continue his paper route. The incident triggered a criminal investigation by the State Attorney General's office, initiated at the request of Washington Governor Jay Inslee. Additionally, the Pierce County Council began an independent inquiry, but later paused it pending the Attorney General's findings. As of now, the investigations remain unresolved, and it's uncertain whether Altimer will pursue legal action. Evaluating the actions of those involved, Sheriff Troyer's decision to falsely report threats and misuse police resources is highly questionable. Conversely, the Tacoma Police Department officers demonstrated professionalism by handling the situation calmly and respectfully, ultimately resolving the encounter peacefully. Altimer maintained his composure and complied with the officers, successfully defending his innocence despite the intense scrutiny. This case intriguing and want to uncover more intense police interactions and their consequences? Subscribe to Cops and Consequences. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Share your thoughts in the comments below and let us know what stories you want us to explore next. Thanks for watching.